And welcome to the Electric Viking. Fantastic to have you here. Well, it's another great day on planet Earth and another great day in the EV news because, almost every hour of the day, something is happening in this space, whether it's in battery tech, renewable energy tech, new cars, new EVs coming out, just new e-buses. There is so much happening in this space, and it's really exciting because things are happening at such a rapid pace. The more ICE vehicles we get off the roads, the faster, the better. So, all of a sudden, there's a new EV SUV on sale in the United States for $30,000. Well, technically it's $29,990, but let's just go with $30,000. And there's a more premium up-spec model for $40,000. Now, you can actually pre-order these now. Now, you might be thinking, well, it must be probably a Neo or something from XPeng or maybe from BYD. It's not. It's from a company called Skyworth, who are known for making customer electronics and flat-screen TVs. Believe it or not, they've actually been making e-buses for a number of years now. So they've got a little bit of experience in this industry. But still, you're probably wondering, who the hell is Skyworth? So let me try to explain it. Now, Skyworth is a Chinese holding company. Its subsidiaries design, manufacture, and sell televisions and other audiovisual products. They also invest in properties, and they're headquartered in Nanshan High-Tech Park in Shenzhen. Now, as of 2010, Skyworth has operations in Hong Kong and in Inner Mongolia, as well as various locations throughout China in Guangdong, including Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and Dongguan. Now, the company refers to itself as an industry cluster, whatever that means, but it may serve as an anchor for multiple integrated industrial base sites. Skyworth is actually a member of the Chinese consortium that developed the Enhanced Versatile Disc, and it is an OEM, making televisions that retail under brand names other than its own. So you may in fact own a Skyworth TV right now without even realizing it. Now, today Skyworth is a leading color TV brand internationally and a top brand in the Chinese display industry and one of the top 3 global providers of the Android TV platform. You're probably thinking, okay, but what the hell does this have to do with cars? Fair question. Well, not long ago, Skywell held a meeting in Beijing to announce a new brand called Skyworth Automobile. Now, instead of choosing to develop cars on its own, Skyworth transferred the right to use 11 trademarks to Skywell in late March. Now, after this transfer, Tianmei Auto, a subsidiary of Skywell, was officially renamed Skyworth Auto. So Han Hongsheng, founder of Skyworth and chairman of Skywell, said that the latter intends to go public this year. So what's happened is Skyworth bought Skywell, and Skywell make e-buses and other commercial vehicles. So basically, Skyworth acquired a company and rebranded it. Now, what about Skywell? What have they done? Well, Han, the owner and original founder of the company, explored the automotive field 10 years ago as the founder, and that was after acquiring Nanxing Jinlong Bus Manufacturing Company. Skywell then shifted its focus from traditional medium-sized buses to new energy vehicles. It officially entered the passenger car market in 2017 and released its first pure electric intermediate SUV, the Tianmei ETS, in November 2020. Now, Neo and XPeng were both asked recently by the media, when is their US expansion coming? Well, ever since I asked that question, both startups have said absolutely nothing. So I'm not confident that Neo and XPeng have any plans at all to go after the United States market. So at least someone from China is doing it. Now, even BYD, the Chinese EV veteran, has not been overly successful in the United States. They sell only a few electric buses, and they're currently trying their luck with commercial vehicles, but considering the comments coming out of both American political parties, the Republicans and the Democrats, it appears as though neither of them want BYD to be there, and therefore they may not be for all that much longer. Now, what about Faraday Future? Well, once Silicon Valley's darling, their founder bankrupted in 2019 before they could launch their car. Now, Skyworth, previously known as Skywell, is taking the lead, and it's entering the US market with its EV, the SUV ET5. I've got to say, guys, this EV looks sensational. I really like the styling of it. It's kind of subtle, but still good looking. It's my kind of styled EV. Now, Skyworth has actually found a local partner called Imperial Motors Company, or IMC. So the vehicle is going to be sold in the United States as the Imperium ET5. But the vehicle will actually still have the Skywell logo on the front of the grille, and also the Skywell logo will be on the steering wheel. Now, who are Imperial Motors? Well, Imperial Motors is a subsidiary of DSG Global. They describe themselves as an EV sales manufacturer and marketing company that offers a wide variety of affordable vehicles equipped for the Northern American market. Now, I don't believe they actually manufacture any vehicles themselves, but it appears as though they're planning on bringing in more EVs from other Chinese automakers, which is, I think, a smart decision. Now, if you look at these interior photos, I've got to say, it really looks good. It's got two digital screens. You can see the large, looks like it's maybe a 13-inch screen, could be 15-inch in the middle. And then, of course, it looks like it has a 12-inch screen for the driver as well. And the interior really looks quite nice. I think it's the kind of thing that would appeal to a lot of Americans, as long as they didn't know it was Chinese, at least anyway. Now, on June 18 of this year, Imperial Motors announced the grand opening of its first experience center in California. Now, in a press release, they announced that visitors of the experience could ride in 25 different EVs, including a flagship ET5, the Van Max, the EB4, the new Zhongwei T3 cargo van, the EB Security LSV, the Raptor golf cart, the Imp Chimp, don't know what that is, and a range of other models. And I personally have never heard of any of these cars, but obviously Imperial Motors has a range of different vehicles that are probably going to be released in the United States that no one's heard about. It's going to be very interesting to see how they go. And it appears as though they're just going to rebadge EVs from a range of other Chinese automakers and call them Imperium. Now, on June 2021, IMC announced that it had shipped the first Skywell 12-meter bus to California, obviously full EV bus. IMC's official website mentions only one bus model called the E-Bus, so it appears as though it is an E-Bus. Now, apparently, thanks to the company having 5 different manufacturing facilities in China, you can get one of these as short as 90 days after ordering. Now, IMC will actually attend the Los Angeles Auto Show in November this year, as long as it actually goes ahead, considering with coronavirus, a lot of things has been cancelled. We don't know yet if it's definitely going to go ahead, but hopefully it does. And it will attend the CES 2022 next January with its Imperium ET5, which apparently will go on sale in 2022. Now, last week, they also announced ex-BMW industry executive Christina Dubois to help with global electric sales and the acquisition of dealer MTG Inc., which sells cars in the US, Canada, and in Mexico. So it appears as though you might see this vehicle also for sale in Canada and Mexico. Very interesting. Now, according to IMC, the Imperium ET5 hasn't yet finished its homologation process for the United States. The car started pre-orders, though, in the United States in January, and there are 2 versions with different battery setups. You have the LV0 with NEDC range of 251 miles or 400 kilometers, so probably a real-world range of around about 300 kilometers. That's for $30,000 though, remember, very cheap. Then you have the LV2 with an NEDC quoted range of 323 miles or 520 kilometers. So maybe a real world range of around about 400 kilometers. That model costs $40,000. Now, those prices obviously are before incentives, and the insane thing right now is that the American government is still giving incentives to every other car maker that makes EVs, that sells EVs in the North American market, except for GM and Tesla. Everyone else, though, you can have the full $7,000 tax credit. So if that doesn't change, and it doesn't appear as though it's going to change anytime soon, it means you can buy a Chinese EV in the United States, get the $7,000 tax credit, but you can't if you buy a Tesla that's actually manufactured in the United States. That's the current situation in America, and I find that truly ridiculous. But anyway, that's where they're at. Now, in China, the Skyworth ET5 comes with a single motor with a maximum power of 150 kilowatt, which is around about 204 horsepower, and it has a peak torque of 320 newton meters. Now, the size is, I would say, a medium-sized SUV. It's 4.7 meters in length, 1.9 meters long and 1.7 meters high, and it has a wheelbase of 2.8 meters. Now, those are the quoted figures for this car in China, but of course the Chinese model is coming to America, so they're the quoted figures for the American model too. Now, the Chinese price actually starts at $23,000 for that base model. So that $30,000, that $29,990 is the price in America for the base model, and the $40,000 is the price for the high spec model in America. It's not a Chinese price, that is the American price that you will pay. Now, the story of Skyworth is kind of interesting. It was founded by brothers Huang Hongsheng and Huang Peisheng in the 1980s. The company, of course, mainly made televisions and related products. Now, the brothers were arrested and put into jail in 2004 after they tried to embezzle millions of dollars from Skyworth, the company, with the help, apparently, of their mother. Now, both were released again in 2009 and 2010, and incredibly, one of the brothers, Huang Hongsheng, still somehow owned 40% of Skyworth, but he couldn't return to the company because of obvious restrictions placed on his business dealings because he was a criminal. I don't know how he got to hold on to 40% of the company. This seems insane, but apparently this is what happened. So, instead, what he did was he bought a stake in the bus manufacturer Nanying Golden Dragon in 2012, and at that point, a joint venture between Nanying Dongyu and Xiamen Qinglong, which was a large bus maker. And it became a subsidiary of what is now Keiwu Automobile, which is Skywell. Now, Skywell also became the brand of the buses that were being manufactured, and on top of that, the brand also started to make electric delivery vans, and later a new energy passenger car division was established, which has led to this car, the ET5. So basically, this car was kind of launched by a criminal. But anyway, so that's the story. Good looking car, launched by a criminal. No, it's not quite that way, but you know what I mean. Thanks for watching the video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.